Good morning and welcome, friends. Today is Saturday, January 23rd, and it's a very cold, wintry day here in eastern PA. We're getting hit by a major snowstorm, and you've probably seen news of this. It's been, the main item of interest on the news for the past several days. But we have, as of this morning, there's been about a foot of snow. And this is we're probably in about the midpoint right now. This is going to continue until tomorrow, Sunday morning, and we're expecting to get at least another foot on top of that. So it's a pretty substantial snowfall. It's not ridiculously unusual for this area. We do see snows like this every year or two. It's uncommon, so we don't see it every time it snows. So, we can handle it. It's more the people that are afraid that they can't handle it that cause the problem by, running out to the supermarket and buying up all the bread. But we're okay. So I'm gonna let it go. I'm not gonna move any snow until later this evening because it's just coming down so quickly that it'll fill in before I can actually do very much. So I'll let it get to at least the midpoint this evening, and then I'll clear it off and just plan to do it again tomorrow morning. I actually took some footage this morning of the snow out in the backyard and the dogs frolicking a bit, so I'll try to insert that here and we'll see how that goes. This is the midpoint of the 2016 storm of the century. We'll probably have one in 2017 as well. We seem to have a storm of the century every year. But this is impressive. We're only about halfway through and we're probably up to, I don't know, I'd say maybe about 12 inches, 12, 14 inches, something like that. And this is going to continue on for at least another 24 hours. Let's get something out here for scale. And there we have Thatcher and Isabel fighting their evil arch enemy, the plow truck. Oh, Izzy. Oh, you poor thing. Come on, you can do it, girl. Oh my goodness. I'm not being cruel. They're actually quite good in the snow. They're just very excited about the plow truck right now. I don't think they've ever seen it this up close and for this length of time. There's a lot of snow out there. There's a good scale bar. The plow truck's probably a better scale bar than my dogs, since you don't know my dogs. Okay, it's extremely cold. The wind is blowing, and I think you've seen enough. So, at least we got some snow this year. All right, guys. Let's go home. Come on. And just so you know, no dogs were harmed in the making of that film. They actually really love the snow. They love to wrestle in it. Ever since they were puppies, they would go flying off the patio into snow piles, and I worry about them getting, hurting themselves or getting just stuck. But it never seems to be a problem for them. They really love it. Anyway, today don't have a lot to talk about. Just a quick hello, show you some snow. I am having a pipe this morning, and in that pipe I'm having some Rattray's Brown Cluny. I'm not going to really review it or anything. I'll just say that it's very good. I like it quite a bit. And it's gone out, and my lighter may need to be refilled, so this may be a... there we go. So I have enjoyed a lot of the Rattray's blends. If you haven't had them, in my opinion, they take some time to sort of get used to them. And it's not that there's anything weird about them or anything that's particularly overpowering or an acquired taste. I think they're a lot more complex than the initial smoke gives out. And when I first started smoking them, I thought they were kind of monotone, just single note blends, but there's a lot of complexity there. You just have to give them time, sort of let your palate develop, and they're great blends for developing your palate, because if there's different notes in there that you have to go looking for, it gives you the opportunity to actually test that out. So I had several of the Rattray line. Red Rapparee is one that I really enjoy. It's a Latakia based blend. There's some others that I like quite a bit, but I had not had Brown Clooney, and this was actually at the recommendation of Public Piper, who did a series on some of the Rattray blends, did a really nice job of reviewing them, which is one of the reasons why I don't have to tell you anything about it. You can go and see his video, and if I remember, I will put a link down below, and you can go check him out. If you haven't seen Public Piper's channel, he seems to be a really great guy, and I enjoy his videos quite a bit. He's got a great way of presenting, talking about tobacco, and the fact that he always does it in public is just sort of a nice twist. You get to see him out and about on the town as he smokes his pipe. This is very nice. So in other news, let's see, I just this Wednesday posted the second video in the Stanwell series. There's one video to go, which will come out next Wednesday, and you'll get to see how that turns out. Not my proudest achievement, but I think it's interesting. I mean, hopefully, well, let me know. I mean, you've seen some of what's going on so far, some of the surprises that the pipe had in store for me, and how I dealt with them. If you think that kind of thing is interesting, let me know, so I know how to sort of gear these videos down the road. After the Stanwell, I'm doing, I've started a series on, well, it's not a series, a video on stem cleaning, and this is, I'm going to do everything from sort of the simple stem cleaning of, the pipes in your rotation, and you're taking care of it consistently, and this is how you need to clean it, all the way up to this is a grungy estate pipe and it needs some major cleaning and sanding and everything. And to cover all, I'm going to do 3 different stems. To cover all of that, it's probably going to wind up being a 2-part video, but it'll be pretty comprehensive. And the way I'm thinking about this, I don't know if you find some of the videos to be too long. I was somewhat worried about that at times, but people are watching them, and it's funny, it seems some of the longer ones are the ones that get the most interest. I'm not doing this for views or for, to find out that so many people watched it for the entire time versus half the time. I'm doing it to provide the information and to hopefully provide some entertainment for all of you. So if the video has to be 30 minutes long, I'd rather it be complete. I'd rather have that out there as a resource, and not worry about the time, than to try to compress it down into a 15-minute video and leave out something that may be important. So they are what they are, and in this series, which I believe I've got a playlist that's called Pipe Maintenance or something like that. The videos in that series, I'm really thinking of those as sort of a, if you forgive the term here, like a reference library for what I'm doing, and that's a reference library for me, not for you, because there's lots of ways to do this, and I'm not trying to claim to be an authority on any of these, but it just gives me the ability to say, this pipe needs to have its stem cleaned. You can watch the stem cleaning series if you want more information on cleaning a stem. So I'd rather those videos be very comprehensive, and therefore they're going to be a bit longer than I'd like them to be. As for the pipe restoration videos, I mean, they are what they are. I can't speed that process up any more than I have, and again, I'd rather show you the whole process within reason. So I'm not going to show you every sanding step. I'm not going to, if I've cleaned stems a couple of times and there's a stem cleaning video, I'm not going to show you cleaning the stem. But as we get into details, like we did with the Stanwell pipe and the need to fix that shank, I thought it was worthwhile going into that level of detail and showing you how that works out. So the other issue, of course, is that if I don't go into that detail, then there's really not much I can talk about. I'm just going to be showing you the before and after shots of the pipe. And, you know, if time goes on and nobody's watching, maybe that's what I'll do. But right now there seems to be enough interest that I'm not worried about it. And hopefully you're not worried about it either. You know, it's one of the things that's intrigued me, and I really don't. I do look at the analytics on the videos just out of curiosity, because again, I'm not really doing this to get so many subscribers or whatnot. And there's a couple of things that have just really amazed me. One is, well, first off, one is that I just passed 100 subscribers this past week, which is astonishing to me. The fact that there's 100 people out there that think this is worth subscribing to really makes me happy, and I'm glad to know that. I know it's traditional to do something when you hit 100 to have a giveaway, and I will do that. I just there's been a lot of those recently, and I don't want to just dump another one out there. I want to think about it a bit and hopefully do something that'll be fun for all of you. So give me time. I will get to something in a few weeks' time to celebrate that landmark. The other thing that surprises me when I look at the analytics is that consistently 10% of the people watching these videos are female. And you know, I know that there's gals out there smoking pipes, and that's fantastic. I'm glad that they're enjoying the YouTube pipe community, and that some of them are enjoying my videos. I just find, you know, watching a guy cleaning a pipe to not really be from a female point of view, something that would be all that interesting. But 10%. Consistently 10%, so that surprises me in a good way. And the last thing that really I find surprising to me personally is that these chat videos and the videos where I talk about tobaccos are actually the ones that are garnering the most interest, which I kind of think is funny, because when I started this out, I thought, you know, one of the reasons I didn't start this sooner was I thought that, you know, nobody's going to be interested in listening to me babble on about my pipe or my tobacco. But it turns out that that's exactly what people seem to be interested in. So, I don't know. The community is a great thing, and there's a lot of really good people out there, and it's nice to know that I can come down here into the shop and just have a pipe and talk to you all for a few minutes and share whatever's going on in my life at the time, and know that later tonight when I have some time, I'll put on your videos, and I'll be able to learn a bit about what's going on in your life. And that's really, to me, the most important thing here is that back and forth relationship that we can develop, and the fact that I'm getting to know some of you a bit better. It's almost like living around an area where lots of people are going to the pipe shop every day and hanging out for a bit. So that's a good thing. I think we all enjoy that aspect of what we do. Speaking of going and hanging out, etc., etc., I'm not certain yet, because there's some scheduling things that I need to work out, but this Monday I may actually go to my first pipe club meeting. I've never been to one. I have received an invite from a local one, actually in a roundabout way, came through my involvement with YouTube, which is great. And you know, I hope I have the time to do it. It's something I've always wanted to do. I'm a bit, you know, since I've never done it, I don't know what to expect. I assume that I'll bring a pipe and we'll smoke pipes. I don't know. I don't know what pipe clubs do, but it sounds like a great thing. So if that goes well, I'll if I can make it. I'm sure it'll go well, but if I can make it, I'll let you all know next week how it was, and you know, just kind of report on what happens at a pipe club. Have you all collectively, any of you, been to local pipe clubs, and if so, what's the experience like? I mean, that might be a good thing to chat about in some of your videos. If you're active in a local pipe club, how is that experience? What do you guys do? And would you recommend it for newer members? Is that something that newer pipe smokers should be looking for in their areas? Okay, well, that's really more than I thought I was going to talk about today. It's still somewhat early. It's about 9 o'clock right now. There's a lot of snow to be moved, but that's not going to happen until later this afternoon. But as you will see, if I was able to put the footage in earlier, I need to go shovel some paths for my doggies. So you all take care of yourself if you're in the eye of the storm, in the path of the storm, I should say. Keep warm, keep safe, be careful, drive safely, shovel safely and smartly, and remember, it's just snow. It'll eventually melt, so don't do anything silly. Take care, and I will look forward to talking to you all again very soon. Bye now. Fighting their evil arch enemy, the plow truck. Oh, Izzy. Oh, you poor thing. Come on, you can do it, girl.